So if you're not a part of our cycle breaking community group, this may seem a little left field, right field, one of the fields. But I'll tell you this. I felt like maybe answering this could maybe help some other conversations that are going on. The question came up, why do people think that I'm racist because I voted for Donald Trump? Now, I want to make it clear that our group is a non-political platform no matter what. But at the same time, if we're going to be genuine and authentic with conversations about racial restoration and healing, we have to address certain things. So I just want to give my personal take on why that can create some tension. When you think about caring for something and believing in something, you have to take a stance one way or the other. I've heard a lot of people in my own personal life say when it came to the election of president, they wanted to pick the lesser of the two evils. The reality is, if you are picking either or, that means that you have something that you value a bit more than the other side does, and that matters more to you. So therefore, you are going to pick the candidate in which you feel validates the things that you see as priorities to stand for. In the case of Donald Trump, many people find themselves seeing that the party he was representing had more of a conservative stance to match with their conservative views. Other people who, conservative, liberal, doesn't matter, their thought process was, he may have those, however, he is speaking and saying things that are creating hurt and tensions between the different races that has been a part of the history of our country for years. And to see other injustices attacked the correct way, this one is a big one that we really need to address. So out of the two, again, both parties are going to select who they feel is going to cater more to their brokenness and to their hurt and to their frustration. So when you're having a conversation with someone who may be a Trump fan, but they are still at the same time saying that Black Lives Matter or they want to be a part of helping heal the race tension, people who are sitting back on the other side are going to look through your social media or think about previous conversations when the election was happening, or maybe just a few days ago where you were pro-Trump and you were sharing your heart and pushing all these issues that he stands for, which to them, especially if they're hurt, they are only hearing and seeing you say, your hurt doesn't matter. It is less of a burden for me than, let's say, abortion is. And since I agree with this party and this is their stance on that, then that's who I'm going to vote for. It's all communication. The best way I would say to address it is to be able to actually sit down and talk about the fact that instead of picking the lesser evil of the two, to say, hey, I actually care for you and I value you. I'm not going to plaster my wall with just an individual just to say I'm picking them, because I'm going to say I want to pick a person because I believe they do stand for this, but at the same time, I'm going to call them out and say they're wrong for saying this, and it doesn't help the issue that you are hurting with. In the end, that's really what people are asking. We can value each other. We can value each other's hurts, but we also need to remember that it is important for us to give grace and truth. We can always give truth, but without grace, we are unable and we will not be able to unify the racial tensions. So those of you who feel like, you know what, I want to vote for whoever I want to, and that's who I'm going to vote for, and that's how it's going to be, then it will be hard for you to have conversations with people if you really want to heal the racial tensions. In the end, no one is saying that no one matters. No one is saying that no injustice matters, but people want to be valued more than a party. That's what matters the most.